What's going on, guys? So it's been a while since I made a YouTube video. It's been a little over 2 months, and it's good to be back. And I've got some good news for the Mustang. I've added a bunch of performance parts to it, and because it's been down for nearly 2 months, I really hadn't done anything as far as making videos because of it. Had some issues with it, with the old setup, with the old camshaft setup and head setup, but it's all good now. It's been changed. It's got a lot better stuff on it. Makes a whole lot more power. Sorry if I sound hoarse and wipe my nose. My got a head cold. It sucks, but so far everything's been good. But what I did, I mean, it still looks the same, except for, I mean, of course you can see the aluminum down there for the aluminum heads. It's the same carburetor, same intake. The only thing else I've done was hook my AC back up because it is hot down here in South Carolina right now. So I got it all hooked back up, and that way I can drive it without roasting alive. And I've also, the interior, I finished the interior on it finally, besides the door sill plates. I got the Momo steering wheel that I was talking about. I got everything else blacked out. I got the new radio installed and everything's good there. I just got to get this block off plate that just snaps in. Just gonna get one of those from a junkyard. And what else have I done? I feel like I've done something else in here. Maybe not. But like I say, I got some door sill plates that I'm gonna order for this, and they'll probably just be billet. And I think that's it for the interior, but everything in the interior is finally done, except for just a few little odd and end pieces, and it's dirty. Don't bother looking at that, but I'm very happy with it. Alright, so what we're gonna do now is gonna get a cold start, see how the car sounds compared to what it used to sound like. I do got new exhaust on it now. I got just some Flowmasters with some dumps on it. It just dumps out right before the axle. And I've already done the 410 gear. I mentioned that in the last video, and got the speedo calibrated and all that stuff. And so let's see how it sounds. I mean, it sounds pretty good if you ask me, but you know, I'm the one that owns a car, so I'm always gonna think it sounds good. But so we're gonna try to do some pulls and stuff in it here. Go to the same road I did the first pull on and show you the difference it makes with putting the cylinder heads and the cam change. Okay, first let me go into telling you why I changed it. So I went to the drag strip. I ran with the old setup with the E303 cam and the GT40P heads. I ran I want to say 8, 9 at 76 miles an hour. This has been a few months back, and that was pretty good. That's what I was expecting with the build that it had with the heads and the cam, and it ran pretty well. But after that, maybe a week later, I noticed it smoking really bad at the idle. So I took and narrowed it down, figured, dig my checklist of what it could be, and it ended up being the valve seal. So I was like, you know what? I've already had enough trouble with these heads. So I took and just went ahead and ordered the Trickflow 11R cylinder heads and had them checked, and put the Lunati voodoo cam in, and it has been nothing but just amazing compared to what it was. Tons more torque, tons more horsepower. The RPM range is a lot better. Instead of turning about 5900 and it wanting to float the valves, I can run it on up there at about 7,000, and it does perfectly fine. But we're gonna get in the car now and go from there. What's up, guys? So we're in the car now, and it's almost dark. I mean, it's like 8:30. So if you can't see me that good, I'm sorry. I didn't get to do this video till late. Like I say, I'm very pleased with the way the car's turned picked up, I think it was 5.3 seconds, or 0.53 seconds. It's a little over half a second what I picked up. But now I'm running an 8.3, 8.4 at 84 miles an hour. That's pretty good. That's contending with new Mustangs. And now don't get me wrong, the factory Coyote motors make a lot more power than these factory, but I just feel like when I can take something that's old and beef it up and make it new and make it run as good as a new motor, a new Coyote motor, you know, that's what I like. I like the challenge. I don't like to go out and buy something that's already got that much horsepower and, you know, factory. So I'm saying it's probably making 430-ish, something like that, to the cranks. Now, that's to the crank. I don't know about to the wheels. I haven't dynoed it yet. But it's a lot better. I'm very happy. And like I say, guys, I don't know if you can see me very well. It's getting dusky dark and I'm going through shaded areas with trees, but I'm gonna try to get a pull here in just a second, show you the difference. Alright guys, we're on the same exact road that I did the last one on, and I'm gonna do another second and third gear pull. That's the difference. I mean, I feel like it's a big difference. I can feel a big difference, but man, that's fun. You can't, that's no better feeling than just that. But it runs. It's a lot better. I mean, the time shows that it's better. And I short shifted a little bit. I think like 6,500, which is the cam specs. It says that the cam specs are like 2,600 to 66 or 6,700. And as far as, you know, it being good streetable for around town, it's definitely still a small enough cam to where it, you know, it does fine under low RPM. I don't have to worry about it, you know, choking it down or, you know, tacking it way up so it'll go. You know, it does fine. But the E303 cam, I claim it more like a big RV cam. It's not very, it doesn't have a lot of lift. It has less than a half inch of lift. It's